So this one was, I think this one was a little bit harder to, it's not something I predicted, but if you understood the concept, we were able to get to this answer, right? Where you had did you feel like you read this argument, found the conclusion, understood the reasoning, and then kind of just went answer choice by answer choice and crossed off what didn't need to be true? I think this is a great example of sometimes we have to slow down to get really good at the process. So Forrest says, Braille is a method of producing text by means of raised dots that can be read by touch. Okay, so this is just background information. A recent development in technology will allow flat computer screens to be made of a material that can be heated in patterns that replicate the patterns used in Braille. I thought this was super interesting. I'm thinking like of an iPad. So people that would benefit from having Braille writing, like I'm thinking like on an iPad, they would be able to do it like on like the touch. Since the thermal device will utilize the same symbol system as Braille, it follows, so that's a big indicator word, it follows that anyone who is accustomed to reading Braille can easily adapt to the use of this electronic system. So we're saying that anyone who is accustomed to reading Braille can easily adapt to the system. Did anybody make a prediction before they went to the answer choices? Lisa's like, nope. Samacha, did you? Or did you think about like what might need to be true?
Sorry, yeah. I was thinking that they would also have to be able to like be able to do the same, read it the same, or discriminate it the same way with the heated system.
Yeah, I was thinking that, I agree, like they had like if they could easily adapt to this new electronic system, I was thinking that like, okay, so it's heated in the patterns that replicate, like it has to be the same, like it has to just be easy for them to, the experience has to be the same, or like, or utilizing the symbol system, or the symbol system being the same is enough for it to make it easy. Like there's not going to be another something that's going to complicate it, like, you know, technology. Like what if people don't know how to use technology? Will that not make it an easy transition? I don't know. So everyone, I think, so the answer choices that we had were C and B. So B says only people who currently use Braille as their sole, so this is really strong, as their sole medium or their sole platform for reading text will have the capacity to adapt to the use of the thermal screen. Do we need it to be true that only people who use Braille as their sole medium to be able to adapt? No, this would be an example of an answer choice being too strong. We don't need it to be only people that do this. Where C says people with the tactic ability to discriminate symbols in Braille also have an ability to discriminate similar patterns on a flat heated surface. That's exactly what you predicted, Sumatra. Was it easy for you to find the answer? Because it's saying like, hey, if you're able to do it on the book, you're also going to be able to do it the same way on the heated pattern. That was excellent. Way to go. Were we debating any other answer choices that we'd like to go over? Jenny, why weren't you more confident?
Because whenever I read the stimulus, for whatever reason, I always try to find a flaw. And then I don't know why I try to weaken it. So when I was weakening it, I was like, well, what if people who use the Braille, they can use it, but what if they can't use the heat because they don't have like a sense of.
Oh yeah, that would work. What if they don't have a sense of touch?
And that's what kind of, so that's what I was looking for, but I just wasn't confident, even though I chose the correct answer. That was the closest to what I predicted.
Yes, and that's a great example of necessary assumption questions. Oftentimes what we predict is not actually the answer. It just gets us thinking in the right direction.
What if they didn't have fingers?
They need to have fingers. Yeah, that would be a great necessary assumption. I agree. I think sometimes when you make it more fun like that, and you think about it in that way, it makes it easier to learn the concept. Well, this is needed, and this is needed, this is needed.